Welcome to Gear Gripe. I have 4 criteria for when I am looking at gear, if I'm gonna keep it or not. A lot of times gear comes in the door, I check it out. If it has one gripe that I can't deal with, it goes back immediately. If it actually makes it to stay with me for a while, then it passed a couple tests, and then if it stays, it's gonna end up being mine. Few times do I send it back after that. I can usually tell. I kind of tell my kids, like going on a date, after the first 10 minutes, you kind of know if you want another date, maybe the first hour. It's the same with gear. It's like you kind of just know if it's gonna be a deal breaker, so you send it back. So my 4 criteria is, it needs to be some sort of weather resistant. It needs to be just simple. Lots and lots of pockets don't really work for me. The zippers, all that has to work. The aesthetic has to be nice. I have 4 teenagers. It has to pass the teenager test. And the 4th one is the return policy for whoever I'm dealing with. I have found that when you are a free, like I got this for free, but it doesn't taint my review. But I do think it does. And I guess it's because I'm a psychologist, but I work in higher ed, and I tend to see things a little bit different. And I would have to say, if you get a bag for free, that does taint your review. It does, because you didn't have to go through the process, which is why everybody's watching these videos, because we're putting our money on the line for possibly months at a time. I have something coming from Able Carry that has been on my credit card for 2 weeks, and it still has not shipped from Hong Kong yet. So for me, that's just me waiting and waiting and waiting. And when it gets here, I've got to go through that big return policy to possibly send things back. So because of that, I see why people want to get things off of Amazon, and only off of Amazon. You can look at it, review it, send it back. Your money's back on your credit card in 5 days. That's huge. So I do understand that completely. What I found though is I've gone through most everything on Amazon. I haven't really found my fit. So that's taken me into doing Able Carry, Air, and Evergoods, and some of the other name brands, because I need something different. Again, that weatherproofing, the aesthetic. The money is a huge piece of it, so there's a certain amount I'm not gonna go over, but I've gotten into the place where I've gotta move off Amazon. So if you're watching this, you're looking for something that maybe is on Amazon or off Amazon. The amount of hours I've spent watching reviews, trying to sift through who's selling me something, has been quite exhausting. Because I'm doing this anyway, I'm buying and selling, not buying and selling, I'm buying and returning anyway, sometimes selling. I've gotten to the place where I'm like, well, let me at least record them so maybe I can save someone else time. I don't have a lot of time. 5 kids, full-time job. I'm moving around skate parks and competitions, and I'm in stadiums, I'm in my car, I'm everywhere, and I'm working. So with that, I need to be super efficient. And that comes with just choosing my gear. I have to be efficient. I've got a 13-inch iPad Pro, which is one system, and I have this humongous 16-inch MacBook Pro that I have with a case, which is non-negotiable for me. So this right here and this are 2 different systems. I have a 3rd system that I use, which goes into my Peak Design. This is for weekend trips to grandma's and maybe going to a conference for the weekend. Not something I would carry all the time. And so those are kind of my 3 different systems that I need. Now in my 20s, I traveled all the time. I traveled all over, before cell phones, all over the world. I traveled by myself for probably a good 5 or 6 years. But now that I have kids and I'm in my 50s, I still need travel gear, but I don't travel. So if you're that type of person and you have kids and busy lives, this might be for you. I do not work fully remote. I do not work in any kind of tech stuff. I'm not a YouTuber. And so because of that, hopefully you can find some connection here. So liking and subscribing is totally your choice. I'm gonna do this regardless. So every video is sponsored by my credit card, because everything is sitting on my credit card. And I do believe when you take money or you take a product and you don't need to pay for it, it does change your gripes, because it's not sitting on your credit card, so it's not your money. And all of the gripes that you're gonna see are my gripes, because everything while I'm looking at a product is going, that's on my credit card, that's my credit card. And so I'm trying to figure out the gripes, dig into something to figure out if I can use it, because I don't need regrets, because I have a big family. I've got a lot of bills. So I need 3 different systems. Now, I don't like tech pouches. I don't like all that stuff. Like I said, I need it to be more, move this tech pouch out, put the next tech pouch in, quickly move this out, move this in, and I keep going. So let's go into something really quick of how I ended up here. I believe while you're looking for something in the interim, this is a great bag. It's by Tom Talk. It's a backpack. I'll link it. I get no commissions. But this has been great in the interim. It's like $70. It's not great. The things I do not like about this bag is it is a black hole. The front pockets do not zip all the way down, so they're pretty useless. And this right here is the side water bottle pocket, which basically everything, everything that's a water bottle falls out. My phone is fine. It's really comfortable. It stands no matter what. There's like nothing in here practically, and it stands. And if I put this in, and I have a rain pouch in the front, I mean, all I do is put that in and look, it still stands. I mean, it stands regardless. It stands on this little couch I've got, it stands on the floor, it stands everywhere. So to me, this is huge, really comfortable. The main reasons I have to find something different is because of the black hole effect. The front pockets are useless, and the side water bottle pocket doesn't really hold a water bottle. And honestly too, my 4 teenagers said it's ugly. And I don't believe it's very waterproof, and that's also kind of a deal breaker. I need waterproof. So, and I think the kids saying it ugly is probably another piece of it as well. So this has been great in the interim, off of Amazon. So if you need something, oh, and great protection. I mean, if you need something, this is great off of Amazon. Great interim. I highly recommend it for the interim. I mean, it has been wonderful. And $70 to use it for like, 3-4 months, and I sell it on, Marketplace or something's great. This is the bag that I have for just when I take those short trips. I would not take this overseas to Europe. It just wouldn't. It's way too heavy, way too bulky, way too many zippers. One reason I don't use it everyday carry anymore is for the simple reasons it's just too big and it is just not comfortable. But if I'm going on a weekend trip to a conference, it's great. It's very good looking. It expands, condenses, it does all those needs. When I went to New York City with my daughter, no, won't do that again. Way, way too uncomfortable. Now, the main reason I got it though was yes, for those weekend trips for office stuff, the stellar inside and all that, you can see that on other YouTube videos, was because if you're in a stadium or you're in seating, like in an auditorium, putting these behind and then setting it down in front of you is great, because when I had these out on all my other bags, people were tripping over them or they were in the way. Even if you turn it around, it's catching on something else. So yeah, airports, I get it, planes, buses, however you're traveling overseas. But for people kind of sitting in the real world in stadiums with their kids or carpool, this is really great to not hurt other people or to catch on things near you. And they don't fit in there all that great, perfectly wonderful, but it is better than not them just, flopping all around. The one reason why I can't use it either is it's heavy. When people say it's heavy, I mean, it's heavy. If you're 6'2", I mean, that's fine, probably. All these zippers too, for me, are so overkill. And I've got these little, right here. Makes a lot of noise. Material's great. There's really nothing here to keep you from being cool. Like, you might look cool, but not feeling cool. So that's the main reason why this it's staying with me. I do love it for the reasons I use it for, but it cannot be an everyday carry. It's just uncomfortable. And the buttons don't really work that well when you undo the buttons and put them back in, undo the buttons and put them back in. I have one that sticks and just doesn't really work. You really got to make it go in there. But all of these zippers, oh my gosh, way too many zippers. And I'm too busy to hunt for the right zipper. So that doesn't really work either. For everyday carry, but I do like it. I've been using the Tech pouch from Peak Design for a long time, and I absolutely love it. I wish the inside was a little bit lighter. As I get a little bit older, I like a little lighter of an interior. Though I love all the pockets, I'm not sure if you're like me, but I spend so much time wondering, where'd I put that cord? This one, this one, this one, this one, and I'm constantly hunting in the little origami for where I put something. I got the smaller Peak Design, but I didn't like it as much. It doesn't really have any handles, to pull in, and there's this little in the back that's not very good. So I like this one because you could just pops right out, and it's just hardcore, man. You can put anything in this. It is so great. It's just way, way too many pockets for me. Like I said, I need to be a little bit lighter. I've taken a lot out. There's a lot I don't need, and maybe that's you, maybe that's not you, but I've realized there's a lot I don't need, and I think that's just smarter for making my pack lighter and making me lighter and not so, oh my God, where's the cord to this, this, this? So just changing what I do. And so I still have it, I still want to use it, but I've using it for probably 5 years, and it's just the point where I just need to get something a little bit less confusing to use. But I do love it, man. It stands right up. It's so great. I mean, it's really great. So that's gonna lead me into some more reviews that I'm gonna do. I've already sent back some air stuff that wasn't a fit for me. I'm gonna do another order, but I'm gonna wait till Edward Carey gets here before I do my next order because it is on my credit card. But I do have about $1,200 on my credit card right now for some gear that I'm gonna review next. I really want to look at Nomadic, and I see why people are doing Amazon more, because Amazon is, money on, money off, really quick, really fast. And this is something you can get on Amazon. Well, 2 reasons I got it was because, and I'll explain that in the next video.